Hey everyone, Brian Taylor with Seavers Real Estate and Brian Taylor Homes here for our March Madness bracket reveal. As you probably know, tomorrow, Thursday, is the start of official March Madness for both the men's and women's college basketball teams. Starts tomorrow, which is Thursday, and what that brings along with it is our March Madness, our Real Estate March Madness favorite home features. We did this last year. It was a very exciting tournament. It came down to two finalists that one had a lot of power and one was much more of a dark horse. In our final matchup, we had Walk-In Pantry versus Waterview. And of course, Waterview, we all know, was a big winner. I have Waterview right here. Waterview will again be in this year's tournament. We will see where they start in our bracket reveal. So without any more pause, let's get started. This year we have 32 categories in 4 different regions. We have the interior starting on the left side and exterior features starting on the right side. They will come together over the next 3 weeks to where we will see who will be crowned the champion. So how this works is I'm going to reveal who's going to be in these brackets. Where you come in is in my Instagram stories. Over the next 3 weeks, you will be able to vote for your favorite home features and see how they move on, who they match up with, and see if your favorite home feature can win this year like Waterview did last year. Let's get going. Let's see here. I'm going to move over here. We're going to start in the interior, the north bracket. The first matchup is going to be Dual Vanity versus Radiant Floor Heating. Then we go to Floor to Ceiling Windows versus Wine Cellar. I'm liking Wine Cellar this year. I think they're going to go on much further than they did last year. Open Concept Living versus Multifunctional Loft Space. That's an interesting new entrant to the tournament this year. We'll see how they do. Smart Home Automation, and again, last year's dark horse, Walk-In Pantry. I don't think they're going to go as far this year, but you never know. That was a big run they made all the way to the final game, losing out to the juggernaut of Waterview. We'll see how they do this year. Let's move on, or actually before we move on, so we've just filled out the first interior north bracket. We're going to jump down to the interior south bracket and see what the matchups look like. We have Vaulted Ceilings versus Reclaimed Wood Accents, another new one this year. We'll see how they do. Indoor Plants Living Walls, that's one, versus Dedicated Home Office. The Indoor Plants Living Walls, another new entrant this year. That's an interesting one. I'm thinking Dedicated Home Office has a big advantage there, but we'll see. Next we have Fireplace, which would be a gas or wood burning stove. Mudroom with storage, and for our last matchup in the interior south bracket, we have spa-like primary bathroom versus Gourmet Chef's Kitchen. That Gourmet Chef's Kitchen might be a tough one to get over. We'll see here. So now we have our whole left side filled out, both interior brackets ready to go. We're going to jump on over to our exterior. First, we have exterior west bracket. And what do you see right there on top? Waterview, last year's champion, right there on top. Can they make it? They're going against Custom Treehouse. I'm afraid that might be a blowout right to start. Let's see here. Covered Outdoor Living Space versus Paver or Stamped Concrete Driveway. And then we have Large Decker Patio versus Built-In Outdoor Kitchen. And finally, we have Fully Fenced Yard versus Pergola or Trellis with Vines. With vines, don't forget that. That is our exterior west bracket. So let's see how our brackets are filling out now. We just have one more to go, the exterior east bracket. Let's see how that comes together. Uh-oh. You know my favorite, right there, pool. I don't know, none of you voted for pool last year. Pool dropped out so early, it blew me away. Hot tub versus pool right away this year. We'll see. Let's see how they do. Next we have Mountain View versus Detached Studio and or an ADU. You know I love Mountain View. I'm really thinking that's going to have another good run. Hey, if they keep going, we could have Mountain View versus Waterview in the Final Four. That would be incredible. Cedar or wood siding versus green roof or living roof. Interesting matchup there. And finally, we have Sport Court versus Custom Fire Pit. Tough one. Personally, I love my Sport Court. I'm not a huge fire pit guy. Fire pits, they make you smell like a campfire. You have to wash all your clothes right away. Your hair smells. That's my whole thing. But we'll see how they do when you guys start the voting. So there is our incredible bracket. We have the whole thing filled out. Again, we are going to be voting on these matchups for the next 3 weeks, starting tomorrow. And it'll be in my stories. You'll be able to go vote Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and we'll reveal the winners on Monday and Tuesday of the following week, and then it'll continue on the next Thursday. So please pay attention to Brian Taylor Homes on Instagram. You can get there through Facebook too, and make sure you are voting for who you want to see go through to the championship. Again, voting starts on March 20th, which is tomorrow, Thursday, on my Instagram stories. Brian Taylor Homes. If you're not already following, please do. We'll see if Waterview can make another run, and we'll see who you want to vote on coming up. Thanks, guys.